In tonight's cover story, violence, trauma, and healing.
WDN's Gaynor Hall tells you about a mother who thought she'd lost her son to the streets and how they fought to get his life back on track.
I thought I was okay, but I wasn't really okay.
Daquan Dukes has a new hobby: fishing. This peaceful scene, a sharp contrast to the violence his mother feared would take his life.
My worst fear was the cops knocking on my door telling me he was gone. That was my worst fear. So I literally prepared myself for it. Yeah.
LaToya Moore says she started seeing changes in her son in 2014. He was 16 years old when his grandmother, who was sitting right beside him, died suddenly from natural causes.
Right after that, my son he changed immediately. He was angry.
He had already lost his father in a motorcycle accident, and the streets pulled him in.
Right after graduation, I just noticed that he wasn't really coming home. He would stay out and he would just do what he wanted to do. And I'm just like, okay, Daquan, if you're staying here, you got to come home. You have to come home. You definitely have to come home. And I need to know where you're at all times.
I feel like she was just doing what a normal parent would do. Like, I get it. But back then I was young, so I wanted to live. I wanted to go outside, even though it was with the wrong people.
The lowest moment came in 2019, witnessing his godbrother being shot. Daquan pulled him into the car and drove him to the hospital, but he didn't make it.
When that happened, he was just a different kid. He wasn't the kid I knew.
LaToya immediately got him into therapy with mixed results as he sunk into deep depression.
My son, to me, it seemed like he went through something like a war veteran would have gone through.
Trauma really, like, it gets you out your character. Like, you just seen that person like yesterday, or you seen that person just 2 minutes ago, and something just happened. Like, that's how fast it can happen. It's like, you couldn't do anything to save that person's life. That makes you upset, because it's like, okay, now who did this? Like, who hurt you like this, Who put you through this pain?
Earlier this year, a group of youth researchers called Ujima released a report on the mental health challenges facing young men of color in Chicago. Among the findings, they say trauma is often normalized, and young men of color see a deep connection between systemic inequities and mental health, often internalizing the blame.
I think sometimes the tears come out as bullets.
Community psychologist Dr. Obari Cartman is working to expand what therapy looks like and change the mental health conversation.
I think that we're talking about it more, and I love it. I think that we're also talking about it wrong. I think that, one, just the talking about it by itself isn't helping. Lots of panels, lots of podcasts. I think those are good for the adults. They're not reaching the young people. So there's ways in which, I incorporate drums, hip hop, food, sports. I think if we had models where we were just getting young people to come together, play spades, and then have facilitated discussion, it's a different thing than waiting for them to come to the office for therapy.
He says focusing only on individual mental health needs is a distraction from the need for systemic change.
The other problem with the mental health conversation is that it is very much rooted in an individual functioning experience. So what I mean by that is, if you are just trying to treat depression, anxiety, addiction, and don't understand that from a systems and historical context, then you just blame the individual for not being able to deal with, navigate, cope with, manage sort of a sick system, right? I think the whole thing is broken, right? I think that the way we exchange funds, the way we make decisions, I think the whole thing is broken. Our young people are just showing us that.
I believe that a lot of people need to be heard, because a lot of people be screaming out for help, though, and you don't know it, You're just so quick to lock them up, but you don't really, talk to them and see why you do this. It just label them a felon and it's over with, And that's what some people think that they just are. They're just a felon.
Daquan says he doesn't judge anyone, but he knows change is possible. LaToya never gave up on her son, and she turned her fears into faith.
I used to just pray a lot. I had to.
She says she was intentional about communicating with him about what he was feeling, speaking positivity over him, and wrapping him in affection. They moved out of the city to the suburbs.
I had to make a lot of choices that he didn't like. Even coming out here, he was still kind of like, what are we doing? And then when he realized peace is what it is that we're chasing, he was like, oh, okay, I get it now. And he started to smile again. He started to laugh again. He started to want to socialize again and be with friends and pick up new hobbies.
Now 24 years old, Daquan says he's taking things day by day.
Hopefully people listen, you know, like that is more to life than just, you know, being outside in the streets. Losing your life at such a young age, that's not something that I wanted to, you know, I didn't want to do that, so like, I got to change or something, because it was like I was heading in that direction.
He's working, he's a proud dad, and he's looking forward to traveling and enjoying life, seeing his children grow up and teaching them to fish. Gaynor Hall, WGN News.